If you're watching this video late at night, you might want to turn the lights on, because the stories you're about to hear are not urban legends. They are not fiction. These are true events experienced by real people. After hearing them, being alone won't feel the same, and you may start to wonder, are you really alone right now? Some of these people were just like you. They were at home. They felt safe. They believed nothing could happen to them. But fear doesn't knock before entering. Sometimes it whispers your name. Sometimes it watches from the dark. And sometimes it's already inside the room with you. These stories were never meant to be told. They were buried in police reports, hidden in abandoned houses, or locked inside the minds of those who survived. So listen carefully. Don't skip ahead. And whatever you do, don't look away when the silence gets too loud, because once you hear the truth, you can't unhear it. Story 1. The Face at the Edge of the Bed. Ali had just moved into an old apartment. It wasn't the kind of place people dreamed of living in. The walls were cracked, the paint smelled damp, and the hallways were always silent. Too silent, but the rent was cheap, and Ali needed a place fast. The first night was normal. The second night, strange. Every night after that, Ali woke up with the same feeling. Someone was watching him. Not a dream, not imagination. It was the kind of awareness that hits you before your eyes even open, like your body knows something your mind doesn't want to accept. Ali would lie still, afraid to move, staring into the darkness. Nothing ever happened at first, so he convinced himself it was stress. Until the fourth night. That night, Ali woke up around 3:40 a.m. His throat felt dry, and his heart was racing for no reason. The room was darker than usual. Even the street light outside his window seemed dimmer. Slowly, he opened his eyes. At the edge of his bed, someone was sitting there. Not standing, not moving, just sitting. Ali's body froze instantly. His brain screamed at him to move, to run, to do something, but his muscles refused to listen. The figure was human-shaped, too human. No clear face, just two large black eyes, wider than they should be, staring directly at him without blinking. They weren't empty. They weren't angry. They were curious. Ali tried to scream. No sound came out. His mouth was open. His chest burned. But it was like the air itself had been taken away. The thing tilted its head slightly, as if studying him. Seconds felt like hours. Ali forced his arm to move. His fingers brushed against the lamp on the nightstand. With every ounce of strength he had, he slammed his hand down. The light turned on. The room was empty. No chair, no shadow, no sign anyone had ever been there. Ali didn't sleep for the rest of the night. The next morning, his eyes were red, his hands shaking as he packed a bag. He decided to talk to the building guard before leaving. The guard was an old man who had worked there for years. When Ali mentioned the room number, the guard went quiet. Then he said, "People never stay in that room for long." Ali asked why. The guard avoided eye contact. "They say someone sits with them at night." Ali moved out the same day, but even now, years later, Ali refuses to sleep with the lights off. Because sometimes, right before he falls asleep, he feels the same presence, and deep down, he knows that face remembers him. Story 2. The Call from My Own Phone. Sarah was a university student living alone in a small apartment near campus. She was practical, logical, and didn't believe in ghosts or supernatural stories. That changed one night at 2:17 a.m. Her phone rang. She groaned, assuming it was a wrong number. The screen showed unknown caller. She answered. On the other end, slow breathing, not static, not background noise, breathing. She frowned and said, "Hello?" The breathing stopped. Then the line went dead. She hung up annoyed, telling herself it was probably a prank. 10 seconds later, the phone rang again. Same number. Her stomach tightened. She answered. This time, a voice whispered, "You forgot to lock the door." Her heart dropped into her chest. Sarah jumped up and ran to the door. It was locked. The chain was on. Her hands shook as she checked every window. All closed, all locked. She called the police. Officers arrived and searched the apartment. Nothing was missing. No signs of forced entry. They traced the call. The result made everyone silent. The call was coming from Sarah's own phone. The phone was lying on the table, turned off, no SIM inside. The officer suggested a technical glitch. Sarah knew better. That night, she slept at a friend's house. The next morning, she turned her phone on. One unread voicemail, no number, just a message. Heavy breathing, followed by a whisper. Next time, I won't call. Sarah changed her number, moved apartments. But sometimes at night, when her phone screen lights up by itself, she doesn't check it anymore. Story 3. The mirror that didn't copy me. The mirror had been in the house longer than anyone could remember. It was tall, antique, with a dark wooden frame carved with strange patterns. During the day, it looked normal, old, forgotten. At night, it changed. The girl first noticed it when she was brushing her teeth late one evening. She looked up, and her reflection smiled after she did. Not at the same time. A few seconds late, she laughed it off. The next night, it happened again. She raised her hand. The reflection followed, slowly, like it was deciding whether it wanted to copy her or not. Fear crept in. One night, she stood in front of the mirror and didn't move. Her reflection did. It blinked. She didn't. Her heart pounded as she whispered, "Who are you?" The reflection smiled wider than her own face could. Then its lips moved. "You." The lights flickered. The next morning, her parents smashed the mirror. Inside the broken glass, hidden behind the frame, they found human hair and fingernails packed tightly together. The girl stopped speaking after that. Doctors said it was trauma. But sometimes, when she passes a mirror, she avoids looking too long because she's afraid of seeing something move when she doesn't. Story 4. The room that shouldn't be opened. The mansion stood abandoned for decades. One room stayed locked. Locals said, anyone who enters never comes back. A YouTuber didn't believe in curses. He believed in views. Camera on, live recording. The lock broke easily. The door opened. Inside, nothing. Just an empty room. Then the camera fell. A voice whispered, "You weren't supposed to see this." The video ended. The YouTuber was never found, but in the final frame, a shadow appears behind him, and if you pause at the right moment, you can see it smiling.